5 anti-aging skincare myths. So today we're going to be talking about there's probably tons of anti-aging skincare myths, but we're going to be focusing on 5 with some pro tips sprinkled here and there. Hi, my name is Christy and I've been treating clients with hyperpigmentation, acne, and other skin conditions for over 11 years. And so throughout the years, I have heard many different anti-aging skincare myths, I felt like it was part of my professional job to let people know that those are actually myths. So we're going to be focusing on those and get started. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. Links and sources including, so if I mention products, if I mention sources and you want to look them up for yourself, if I mention a clinical study trials, they're always going to be in the description below. Okay, so the first one is myth number 1, that there is only one antioxidant that works the best. And that is not true. Every year, just like in the fashion industry, the powers that be will declare that a specific ingredient is the antioxidant of the year. So in the fashion industry, they'll declare a certain color or a certain style. Well, the truth is that antioxidants all work differently and all different types of skin respond to antioxidants differently. So most of the time you'll hear vitamin A is the best for fine lines, wrinkles, and hyperpigmentation. Or you'll hear that vitamin C is the best for fine lines, wrinkles, and hyperpigmentation. So the truth is, if your skin can tolerate a myriad or a cocktail of antioxidants, a lot of them actually synergistically work very well together, including vitamin A, C, and E, or niacinamide and vitamin C, or vitamin C and ferulic acid. So if your skin can tolerate it and you can work with those combinations, especially ones that increase the efficacy because they're BFFs, they're best friends of each other, then by all means use that. There is not one specific one that works well with every skincare type. So we may be doing a video in the future where right now all the rage is CBD in skincare. So we'll be talking about that in the future. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet and you've been watching all of our videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification so you get notified when we put up our videos, as well as give us a thumbs up if you are liking the information on our video. So myth number 2. Myth number 2 is that antioxidants can erase wrinkles. Well, it can't. What antioxidants can do is it actually can prevent wrinkles from even happening. So basically they neutralize the free radicals, and free radicals basically break apart attached molecules. So over time they break down the collagen and elastin. So they neutralize the free radicals, and free radicals is what oxidizes or ages our skin. That's why it's called antioxidant. However, if you already have existing fine lines and wrinkles, what they can do is when you have a wrinkle, which is already an existing crease in your face, it can prevent it from getting deeper or getting longer or wider. But that existing wrinkle, it can actually minimize the appearance of wrinkles, but it cannot erase wrinkles. And it can also help prevent fine lines from turning into wrinkles. So just remember that if you already have an existing wrinkle or an existing crease, they're not going to completely erase it away. It just helps prevent it from becoming more prominent. Myth number 3, that if you use an anti-aging collagen cream or collagen serum, the collagen that's actually in the cream or the product, it does not actually add collagen externally or topically to the skin. So instead, what you have to do is you actually have to use ingredients that help stimulate the fibroblasts to create new collagen and elastin, such as retinoids. So it could be retin A, it could be retinol. Vitamin C also can stimulate the fibroblasts to make new collagen and elastin. So you cannot, when you buy a cream that says collagen cream or collagen serum, A lot of people think that you're adding collagen topically, and you can't. You can only create the collagen from inside. So the pro tip is to use vitamin C or retinoids or other products that actually stimulate it from the inside out. Okay, we're almost there. Myth number 4, that vitamin E actually takes away scarring. And vitamin E is an antioxidant just like vitamin A and C, and it can actually help rebuild the skin. However, it cannot take away scar tissue. So scar tissue is basically, it is collagen and elastin, but it is irregular striations of collagen and elastin, which is why it looks different from your regular skin. So whether you have scarring or you have stretch marks, the vitamin E oil can help soften the skin, smooth out the scar tissue, but it doesn't actually remove it, and it does not help lighten the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, so the darkening of the scar. So that only comes with time, and if you use some lightening agents for some types of scars, it can actually help. But when people tell you to just put vitamin E, it actually does not remove the scar. It just minimizes the look of the scar. So it helps rebuild the skin, and links to this clinical study will actually be in my blog. So myth number 5 is that facial exercises can actually tone your facial muscles and make you appear younger. So that's not exactly true. There is just a little bit of truth in that. So let me explain clearly what that means. So facial muscles, we have 43 facial muscles in our face, and the ones that are most used are around the eyes, which shows expression of our face. So unlike the rest of our body, the muscles in our face are actually attached to skin and not to ligaments or tendons. So that's where it's a little bit different. So most facial wrinkles are actually, when they're called expression lines, are formed when you do repetitive facial expressions. So it starts to crease the skin over time. So whether it's squinting, frowning, or smiling. So constant facial expressions actually causes the creases and the wrinkles in the skin. So if you're doing the facial muscle exercises, you're actually exacerbating the wrinkles that are caused by that. So yes, the muscles need to be toned, but when you're doing the facial muscle exercises, you're doing it the way that your face moves. You actually have to tone the muscles the opposite way to take away or to minimize the creases. So for example, when you're making all these facial expressions, so let's say the muscle goes up, down, so diagonally, you have to actually tone the muscle opposite way of the way that the muscle runs. So you can't do that by facial exercises. So another example of that is if you have number 11 lines. If you're doing these like facial expressions or these exercises where your forehead, the wrinkles that you have across your forehead, and so you're exacerbating that. So what you have to do is if the wrinkles run across your forehead, that means you have to stretch it out the opposite way. If you have number 11 lines here, you have to go across that way. And our facial expressions don't work that way. Now, if you have a wrinkle that is not the usual wrinkle, so for example, if you have a vertical line that goes, for example, across or near your eyebrow, or you have vertical lines that go across your cheek, like going down, that is not typically how you have, those are not expression lines. So those are sleep wrinkles. So they are caused by the compression of your face with the weight of your head on the pillow. So it squeezes that. And so we did a video on that. If you want to check that out, that is the wrinkles that Botox or fillers or anti-aging creams cannot help. So the pro tip is that if you've seen these microcurrent machines, they use these electrical probes that actually create an electrical microcurrent, so very small amps, where it actually stimulates and creates energy and tones those muscles. And so when you use those electrodes, and there'll be a video coming on that, then you can actually manipulate the muscles to go the opposite direction, where you can't do it with just facial exercises because your facial muscles those muscles aren't created to run that way, because you have to go opposite on how the muscles run. So you can use an electrical microcurrent to help with not only stimulating the muscles, but as we age, our muscles start to atrophy and not be as strong. So that's when because it's attached to the skin, that's when as you get older, you start to form some jowls, or you start to form, sagginess around your eyelids, or just wrinkles across your forehead. So we'll go more into that in a future video. So if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Now, for those of you who are using Botox or have used Botox, it's a neurotoxin. It basically freezes the muscle. So we're going to be talking in a video in the future, because what happens is, since you're not using that muscle, it starts to atrophy. So we'll be talking about a video on how to address that in the future as well. Oh, you're still here? Well, for those of you who stay till the end, you get a bonus tip. So for those of you who always see these pictures of women who have tired eyes and they put cucumbers on their eyes. So cucumbers, because they're cool and they're full of water, yes, they can cool down tired eyes, but there's nothing beneficial in cucumbers that actually helps the eyes. Cucumber is mostly water and some fiber. So that's basically it. So here is a pro tip. So if you have tired, swollen, dry, itchy eyes, or you even have bags under your eyes, what you can use is you can get these cooling eye gel patches here, and you can put them in the refrigerator, you can put them in the freezer. They work a lot better than cucumbers, because cucumbers actually can't mold to the shape of your eyes and your face. So with these, you can just put them right over your eyes and lay them on your eyes, and then once you're done with them, you can wash them with soap and water, dry them off, and then spray them with alcohol, let them dry, and stick them back in the freezer. You can also find different selections, and again, I will put those links in there so you can kind of check them out and see which ones that you like. Another pro tip that you can use with this is you can also use a soothing eye cooling gel mask. Put them on, obviously, on clean skin, and then put those cooling gel patches on top of your eyes. So hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, makeup is an art and skincare is a science. We'll see you next time.